here's your treasurehunt.ga Atlanta Braves starting lineup.
Welcome in. We made it to Friday. And here is that starting lineup brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. A-Bomb with you. And here's how we line up for the Braves tonight. It is Ender Inciarte in the leadoff spot. He will play center field tonight. Josh Donaldson over at third base. He's batting second. Batting third is Freddie Freeman at first base. Ronald Acuna in the cleanup spot tonight. He's in left field. Markakis in right field. He went 5 for 5 last night. He bats fifth. In the sixth spot, Ozzie Albies at second base. Tyler Flowers doing the catching tonight. He's batting seventh. Dansby is our shortstop tonight, batting eighth. And on the mound this time for the first time in 2019, it is Kevin Gausman pitching. So that's how the Braves line up. We'll be right back with the first pitch from Atlanta. Right after this, stick around, and Coast to Coast will be right back with you on this Friday night special. Don't move. All right, so the players have now made their way out to the field here at SunTrust Park, and it's the new Friday night red jerseys. Braves rocking the red jerseys, and it's a new Friday thing. And so the Braves got swept in that series against Philadelphia, and then came right back home and swept the Cubbies in 3. So the Braves are 3-3 on the year with a 3-game winning streak, and the Marlins come in at 2-5. And tonight it is Pablo Lopez with his 1-0 record for the Marlins, and it is the first start of the year for Kevin Gausman, who began the year on the disabled list. So we are almost ready for baseball. It is 72 degrees in Metro Atlanta, where I'm coming from, and it is Curtis Granderson who will be coming to the plate to lead things off for Miami. And so he is about to step up. We made it to Friday, guys. I just got off work like minutes ago, so I'm still rocking the Friday business casual. Hope you are already settled in for this, maybe enjoying a cold one or some other adult style consumables that we like to take part in on the weekend. And so Gausman has completed all his warm-up pitches. The catcher has thrown the ball down to second base. And we are ready to get this thing underway. And I feel good about extending the winning streak. It's early in the season. Miami is in last place right now, and the Hawks are right there in the middle of the East with their 3-3 record. So Granderson is in the batter's box, And here comes the first pitch of the game. It is outside. We're underway. And it's 1-0 to Curtis Granderson. Scoreboard should update any moment. I hate this Yahoo scoreboard. It's just a wee bit slow, but it's the best looking one that I can find. So 3-0 count now to Granderson. Already with 1 home run on the year. So the 3-0 to Granderson, that's 4 straight, and he takes a walk. Let's give the scoreboard a quick touch up. Excuse us while we take care of that. All right, that should be good enough. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Finally a strike. It is a strike to Anderson, who is batting 179. And so here's the 1-1 pitch to Anderson. Inside, the plate has been jumping around on Gossman here in the early going. Here comes the 2-1 to Anderson. It is fouled out of play. Not a huge crowd here on a Friday night in Cobb County. And here's an Atlanta update for you. The Orlando Magic up 25-7 over the Hawks in the first period. Hawks season is winding down. They only have, I want to say, 3 or 4 games left. And we will let you know any updates that come along in that particular game. All right, so it is 2-2 to Anderson. 1 on, nobody out. And the pitch is fouled out of play. I still don't like that scoreboard. Excuse me, y'all, while I get that the way that I want it to look. There we go. That should suffice. And the 2-2 pitch is low. Hey, Andrew. Yeah, welcome back. I do think the Hawks will make the playoffs next year. We've really put on a show in the second half. Trae Young really came on in the second half. We've been winning more games than we really should be. You know, as soon as we got eliminated a couple of weeks ago, we probably should have gone on a losing streak. But, you know, it's hard to tell the coaches and the players to lose on purpose. but I firmly believe the Hawks will be in the playoffs next year. All right, so another walk. So runners on first and second, nobody out. Not the start we wanted to see from Gossman. And so Walker is batting. He is the number 3 guy for Miami. And his at-bat starts off with a ball. Gossman pitching out of the stretch. Kicks and fires. This one's a ground ball. Could be 2. There's 1. There is 2. Double play. Runner advances to third, but there are now 2 outs. The pitcher's best friend. Ozzie over to Dansby and then over to first base. So by my count, that is the old 4-6-3 double play. And so now with 2 outs and a runner on third, Starling Castro, the second baseman, already with 2 home runs on the year. And first pitch to him is a strike. Andrew is not a big fan of Gossman. Yeah, well, the jury's still out. And so now we have the 1-0 pitch. A little bit low. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Castro. This one is grounded to short. Dansby takes care of that one. So the Braves escape with no damage done. So it's Miami nothing. The Braves coming up to bat. We'll be right back with you. Coast to Coast shall return right after this. Ender Inciarte getting set to lead things off for the Braves. He is 182 in the young season, and he takes a, wait for it, was that a ball or a strike? It was a ball. And the next pitch is line into left field. He goes the other way with it. That's a base hit. Single for Ender. This is our TGIF Special Friday version of Coast to Coast. Glad to have you along. And so here's the Mullet Man. And he's also batting 182. Runner on first, nobody out. And the first pitch to Donaldson is a strike on the outside corner. And so Pablo Lopez, 1-0 on the season. Throw over to first, runner back. I wonder if the Bone Crusher is around. He is probably hanging out on the beach right about now with his lady. But I'm sure we'll see him a little bit later on. And now we have an 0-2 count on Donaldson. And the 0-2 pitch, a little bit outside. One-two pitch way outside. And here comes the 2-2 pitch to Donaldson. Strike three called. A little bit on the outside corner there. And that's one out. Donaldson didn't necessarily agree with that call. Maybe a little bit outside. Was too close to take with 2 strikes. And so Freddie Freeman steps in, 1 out, runner on first. He's batting third, and his average so far is 400, even. Freddie flies 1 to shallow left, and that's out number 2. And Ronald Acuna about to step in. Acuna really had a good season last year against the Marlins. And I thought we were about to get some stats on that. Stand by. We'll see if the stat guy puts those graphics up. I guess not. And here's the first pitch to him. It's a curveball over for strike 1. Throw to first. Inciarte back. He's now over at first base with 2 out after he led off the inning with a single. Acuna bounces it to third. Long throw over to first. Gets him, and we are through 1 inning with no score. A-Bomb Coast to Coast. Going to be right back with you as we move on to inning number 2 right after this. Top of the second, it is now Jorge Alfaro leading off for the Marlins. And Gausman deals, and it is fouled away. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. A little bit inside. So we're ready for the 1-1. It's fouled away. We'll get you some scores around the league coming up in just a few. The 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. It's in the dirt. Tagged out, and that's a strikeout. First one of the night for Gausman. In the top of the ninth, it's the Dodgers 9, the Rockies 4. Bottom of the ninth in San Francisco, Rays 5, Giants 2. That's some interleague action going on for you. The Reds and the Pirates, no score in the third inning. Phillies all over the Twins in the first inning. Phillies put up a 5-burger. And Riddle is up for Miami, and he takes ball 1. It's scoreless in Arizona, where the Red Sox and Diamondbacks are playing. Also scoreless in Cleveland, where the Blue Jays and Indians are underway. And all of the other action comes your way a little bit later on tonight. And the Marlins have now their first base hit. And Riddle on first with a single. And so Riddle on first with 1 out, and Lewis Brinson is up to bat. He's the center fielder. And he's batting 7th. And Gossman delivers, and that's inside, ball 1. And so here comes the 1-0 pitch to Brinson. And that one's a little bit inside as well. It's 2-0. And here comes a 2-0 pitch. This one is grounded to third, over to second for 1, on to first, 2, another double play, and that ends the Marlins half of the second. We go to the bottom of the second. No score from Atlanta. A-Bomb will be right back with you. Couple of double plays for Gossman. They call it the pitcher's best friend. So now we are in the Braves part of the second. And leading off is Nick Markakis, 5 for 5 last night for him. And let's see what that bumped his average up to. Here it comes, 375. And he fouls the first pitch out of play. So 0-1 pitch is a little bit outside. It's 1-1. We're in the bottom of the second. Scoreboard is a little bit off. Hate that. It's now 1-2 to Markakis. And here's the 1-2 inside. And so called strike 3. Markakis out on strikes. Ozzy Albies now up with 1 out and nobody on. Ozzy with 11 hits already. His batting average is .478, but it's going to go down just a little bit. He grounds one to the first baseman, who takes it unassisted for the putout. All right, so with 2 on, or with 2 outs and nobody on, it's Tyler Flowers, .429 average. Strike 1 right down the middle. Oh, 1 pitch, it's a little bit low. I'm sorry, cat. My cat, like, is wanting to hang out right under the wheels on my office chair. Don't do that. And Flowers reaches base with a solid single. He's on base with 2 out. And that brings up Dansby Swanson, .353, 2 home runs, 6 ribbies. Takes a strike. So if you were watching the other night, you saw Dansby looked like he might have re-injured that wrist that plagued him so much of last year, but it looks like he's okay. And he's now in there with a 1-1 count, runner on first. And there are 2 outs. So here comes the 1-1. Nice curveball right on the, in the inside corner. And now it is 1-2 on Dansby. Oh, Dansby. One-two pitch is outside. 2-2 pitch to Dansby. This one is lifted into the outfield, and that is out number 3. So, 2 innings are in the books. There is no score from Atlanta. Stick around. Be right back for the 3rd inning. Do not move. This is A-Bomb, and the show is Coast to Coast on a Friday night. What is crack-a-lackin' on a Friday night, gang? Glad to have you along. I'm excited. It's the weekend. It's a beautiful day here in Metro Atlanta. Hope it's nice where you are. TGIF. And let's hope the Braves can pull out another win, make that a 4-game streak. And so as we go into the top of the 3rd, it is Peter O'Brien, the right fielder, leading things off for the Marlins with his .083 average. And the first pitch to him is low from Gossman. Gossman started a little rough, but he had a couple of double plays that got him out of jams in the 1st and 2nd inning, and then had a really solid, or he's having a real solid night so far as his record and his stats go. Sethy boy, 267 is in the house. And the 1-1 pitch to O'Brien is swung on and missed. So it's a 2-2 count to O'Brien. Pitcher spot due up next. And here is the 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. That's number 2 on the night for Gossman. The old front door slider. Got him looking. And here's the pitcher. And he takes strike one. Fastball, 93. .188 last season for the pitcher, Pablo Lopez, and it's now 0-2 after that swing and miss. .0-2 pitch. Heater. Swung on and missed. Strike three. Third strikeout for Gausman. All right, man. He's rock and rolling. We're 2 outs in the top of the third. And we're back to the top of the Marlins lineup. Curtis Granderson. And he walked in the first inning. And the pitch to him is right down the middle. It's 93-mile-an-hour heater. Granderson already with a home run on the season. Strike two. Swung on and missed. The 0-2 swung on and missed. 1-2-3 inning. He is in the zone. Gausman strikes out another 2. We're in the middle of the third inning. No score from Atlanta. Be right back. Back at it, bottom of the third. And it is Gausman leading off. And he already has a 1-0 count. It's now 2-0 to the Braves pitcher. There's a strike. It's 3-1 to Gausman. Inciarte and Donaldson due up. Here's the 3-2. It's in play. Grounded to third. And there's out number 1. And so with 1 out, it brings up Ender Inciarte. And here is Ender. He's 1 for 1. Led off the game with a base hit. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. It is swung and a missed. It's 1-1 on Ender. There's strike 2 swinging. Good to see Crusher checking in. Just got off the beach. Probably just caught a beautiful Emerald Coast, Florida Panhandle, PCB, sunset over at beautiful Richard Seltzer Park. And it's now 3-2 to Inciarte. He's got a full count. I want to hear from you, Lower Grand Lagoon, Panama City, Mexico Beach. Let me hear from you, Florida. And that was strike 3, and that is 2 outs. Inciarte down on strikes, and that brings up Josh Donaldson. Good to have all you clones in on a Friday. It's 8:05 in Atlanta. It is 5:05 in rush hour time on the West Coast. And Donaldson flies to deep center. That's out number 3. Still no score as we move now to the 4th inning. We'll be back with A-Bomb and Coast to Coast right after this. All right, we're back, and there's already one out. That just happened. Who's this jackass on TV with the Leinenkrugel's Summer Shandy? Who is this guy? I've got the volume down, and I missed what his name was when they flashed that up on the screen. Okay, this guy is like the owner of Leinenkrugel's, or the CEO, or some kind of big honcho. Has anybody ever had a Summer Shandy? Raise your hand. I have not. I suspect it's like the old wine coolers. But they've actually, a game is broken out in the middle of the stupid interview with the CEO for Leinenkrugel's Summer Shandy. Why is this important? They must have paid some money for this. Oh, now they don't even have the box in a box anymore. It's just this guy. Come on now. Okay, finally we've got the game back on half the screen. It's a 3-0 count now to Walker. What an incredibly long and embarrassing. I want to go run that back and watch that whole thing again. But it's obviously some kind of paid thing for Leinenkrugel's, but they tried to slide it in as some kind of in-game interview. I'm going to run that back. I got to remember to do that after the game's over, to go back and watch that stupid thing and write down what time that came on so I can find it on my DVR. God, that was stupid. All right, meanwhile, a game is broken out in the middle of the promotion for Leinenkrugel's Summer Shandy, and it's a 3-2 count on Walker. And the shift is on. There's nobody close to third base on the infield. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. This popped up. It's out number 2. And so Starling Castro is now up to bat. There are 2 outs in the top of the 4th, and we're moving right along through this game. A couple of good pitching performances so far, and it is indeed the old-fashioned pitcher's duel with the 0-0 score. 2 outs in the top of the 4th. And here is Castro ready for the pitch. Strike 1. Takes a ball. It's a 1-1. Oops. How are you living on a Friday night? And there's a pop-up, and that looks to be out number 3, and it is. So we are 0-0, middle of the 4th. Cruising right through this game. A-Bomb with you coast to coast is going to be right back after these important messages. All right, let's get at it. Freddie Freeman, 0 for 1 today. And he now has a 2-0 count. Crusher doing the dishes, doing some honeydew stuff. And it's now 2-1 on Freddie Freeman. And Crusher, in case you are just now tuning in, we're scoreless in the 4th inning. Both pitchers duking it out. And now Freddie Freeman leads off the inning with a base hit to left field. He went the other way with it. Good start to the 4th. Really nice to see Freddie going the other way consistently in the early going. And he just keeps on getting better. Freddie Freeman. And so here is Ronald Acuna, 0 for 1. And Acuna takes a ball, 95 mile an hour. Heater just a little bit outside. Acuna up there looking relaxed as ever, just almost looks lazy up there. That's what they said about Hank Aaron. And it's now a 1-1 count on the Rookie of the Year. Freddie on first. Nobody out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A little bit inside on that curveball. Two-one pitch to Acuna. This one's grounded, foul. We owe you a scoreboard check around baseball. We'll get that too as soon as time permits. And all of our stations up and down the line, we do owe you an ID break here in just a bit. So here's the 2-2 pitch to Acuna. And he calls timeout, steps out of the box. So a 2-2 pitch to Acuna. Outside, it's a full count. Again, Braves have this new thing on Friday nights with the red unis. That's now an official thing. Red jerseys every Friday night. And the 3-2 pitch is a home run for Acuna. Opposite field blast, 2-run home run. And it is 2-0 Braves. Yes. Ronald Acuna with Freddie Freeman on first base. And that is a great way to kick off the Braves scoring tonight. And at first, actually, I thought it was going to be a foul ball. It took me a second to react. I was like, well, he hit it well, but it looked kind of foul. I totally misjudged that. And he launched it and watched it as it left the yard. That's number 2 on the year for Ronald Acuna. That one traveled 389 happy feet. Brought to you by Delta Airlines. And now Markakis grounds out to second. That's the first out. And that brings up Ozzy Albies with his .458 batting average. Almost hit Ozzy. Had to get out of the way of that one. It's 1-0. Here's the 1-0 to Ozzy. It's fouled out of play. Hell of a home run, and we keep watching this replay because the pitch was actually a good pitch. It was low and outside, off speed stuff, and somehow he goes in there with the 1-iron and drives it the other way. And Ozzy grounds out to second. Also, there's out number 2. And so now it's Tyler Flowers up there with 2 outs. He's a cool .500 batting average for the season. Takes the first pitch inside. Thanks to the Bone Crusher. Yes, like and subscribe. A-Bomb is working hard all season. We know this. The hardest working man in the live stream game. And actually, you know what? I wish I could claim that crown, but there's some others out there. Sir Cardinal, Mr. Bad Dog, 7676. Those guys make me look downright lazy. And Flowers goes yard. There's a home run for him. Line drive, solo home run over the left field wall. It's 3-0. All the scoring with 2 outs. Bombs away. This pitch, that was a hanging curveball right over the middle of the plate, and he drove it out of here in a hurry. That's not the longest blast you'll ever see, but it left the yard post haste. That one traveled 385 happy feet, and that update brought to you by Delta Airlines. So this is fun, and it is Dansby Swanson. Dansby 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the first pitch to him. There are 2 outs, and that's a ball. Ball 2 to Dansby. Here comes the 2-0. It is swung on and missed. Dansby with a healthy cut. No problems with that wrist. You don't take a cut like that if you've got wrist issues. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Dansby in the batter's box in the 2-2 pitch. Way outside, all the way to the screen. Nobody on base. Don Mattingly, the Marlins coach. They call him Donnie Baseball. And here's the 3-2 pitch to Dansby. Inside, ball 4. He's on base with 2 outs. And so, if anything, we've cleared the pitcher. Gauss coming up to bat. Throw to first. Swanson is back. The 1-0 pitch to Gauss. That one's fouled out of play. Okay, so 1-1 pitch. Here it is to Gossman. A little bit late and fouled that one away. All right, 1-2 pitch due to the Braves pitcher. And this one is line to left field for a base hit. Gaussman goes the other way. That's the second big league hit for Kevin Gaussman, the Braves pitcher. That brings up the top of the lineup, Ender Inciarte. Almost gets hit. It's 1-0. All right, so first and second, runners are on those bases, and it's a 2-0 count now. 2-0 count to Inciarte. He's 1 for 2 on the day. A couple of home runs in this inning. One of them was a 2-run blast by Acuna, and then Tyler Flowers came along and hit a solo blast. So it's now 3-0 Atlanta. Two-0 count on Ender, and there are runners on first and second. Two-two pitch. This one is hit into right field. Let's see if we can score again. Yes, Dansby scores all the way from second. It's 4-0. 2-out Lightning. Nicely done, Braves. 4 runs so far in the 4th inning, and we're not over yet. Ender snuck it through between the second baseman and the first baseman. Got through. Dansby running hard, made it all the way from second, and there are now runners on the corners with 2 out. And it is, once again, Josh Donaldson with his mullet. That's 70 pitches already for Lopez, and we're only in the 4th inning. First pitch to Donaldson is fouled out of play. The Braves have batted around. And here's the 0-1 pitch. It's chopped out of, or chopped foul, and it is 0-2 on Donaldson. All right, here we go. 0-2 count to Donaldson. Runners on the corners. And here comes the pitch. This one is fouled, still 0-2. All right, so here comes the 0-2 pitch. Way outside. Good stop by the catcher. That saved a run, and the Marlins bullpen gets active. So here we go, the 1-2 pitch. Runners on the corners and 2 outs. Swung on and missed, strike 3, but the Braves score 4 in the 4th inning, and we move on. It is now Braves 4, Marlins nothing. A-Bomb with you on a Friday night version of Coast to Coast. Glad you could be with us, and we'll be right back. back at it. We're in the top of the 5th, and Jorge Alfaro is leading off. Thanks, Julian Cates, for the big sub. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Or I'm sorry, the first pitch. First pitch is a ball to Alfaro. He's 0 for 1. And if you're just tuning in, the Braves had a big 4th inning. A couple of home runs in the inning. Couple of key plays. Some timely hitting. And it's 4-0 Atlanta. Oh, yeah. The Hawks are definitely making the playoffs next year. And it just depends, you know, what kind of draft pick we get will determine how far we'll go in those playoffs. And it's 1-2 to Alfaro. Gausman got off to just a little bit of a shaky start, if you want to call it that. The first couple of innings, he had a couple of guys on in both innings, but he had key double plays in the first and second innings. And then ever since then, he's been mowing them down. It's his first start of the year. And so 1-2 pitch due to Alfaro. Fouled off. Let's check on that Hawks score, by the way. Good call. Thank you for reminding me that we owe you a treasurehunt.ga update. And the Hawks are getting blown out, which I'm glad to report. We need to lose, try to lose the last couple games, see if we can improve that draft position. It is 8 minutes left in the third period. Orlando all over the Hawks, 91-58 from the Amway Center. Here's the 1-2 pitch, fouled away in the Amway Center. That's right up there with the Smoothie King Arena and the Pepsi Center for some of the worst corporate named sporting venues in the country. Oh, yeah, let's not forget the White Sox home, which is GuaranteedRate.com Stadium. Don't you love that? And here we go. And the 1-2 pitch is fouled away. It's still 1-2. Still nobody out and nobody on in the Marlins' 5th. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swan is in play, and it's popped up. And Ozzy Albies calls for it at second base. That's out number 1. That's 8 in a row retired by Gausman. And Riddle is 1 for 1, and he takes strike 1. And Riddle had a single earlier today. And here's the 0-1 pitch to him. It's a little bit low. And here's the 1-1 pitch. This one is popped up to left field. There's Acuna. Easy catch. Out number 2. All right. So we now have 2 outs in the Marlins half of the 5th, and it is Brinson 0 for 1 on the day. Takes a strike. So Gossman deals. That's ball 1. It's 1-1. My name is A-Bomb. This show is Coast to Coast. We're glad you could be with us and spend a little bit of your Friday night here. We'd appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. That's always a plus and a big bonus, so we'd appreciate that. And thanks for being along. Make sure you hit us up with any comments, any questions, anything you want in the box. We call it the chat box. And the 2-1 pitch, this one's popped up, and it looks like Acuna will take that one for out number 3. So, middle of the 5th inning as we head to the bottom of the 5th. It is the Braves 4. It is the Marlins nothing. We'll be right back. Let's do this. We're at the bottom of the 5th. Can I get a deck of yeah on a Friday night? Yeah, 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 yeah. Do we have any clones in the house? Any Jim Rome fans? He's on vacation right now. And that's why I'm not bringing you any of his show right now. It's not worth playing whoever the fill-in guy is. unless it's the Sklar brothers. Sometimes they fill in. They're good. But normally it's just some second-rate guy. All right, so we've already got one out in the bottom of the fifth, and it's Acuna up now. Hit that two-run blast last time up. Two and one count now to Acuna. Gossman dealing a heck of a game. Only giving up one base hit so far. And here comes the 2-1 to Acuna. That one's fouled out of play. Two-two pitch, a little bit inside. It's a full count on Acuna. Three-two pitch is called strike three on the inside corner. Strikeout number 5 for Lopez. And that's 2 out for the Braves in the 5th inning. So 2 outs. Here's Markakis. 0 for 2 after going 5 for 5 last night. And it's 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. It's a little bit inside. It's 1-1. This guy works fast. And he deals the 1-1. It's fouled. It's 1-2 on Markakis. Here's the 1-2. It is fouled. That's 87 pitches for Lopez. And we are in the bottom of the 5th. So you know he's not going to be able to go a whole lot longer. Let's see if we can rough him up while he's still out there. And the 1-2 pitch is outside. It's 2-2. Here's the 2-2. It is grounded to the first baseman. And he steps on the bag, and that's out number 3. So nothing doing for the Braves. We are through 5 innings in Atlanta, and it's still 4-0 good guys. We'll be right back on Coast to Coast. Top of the 6th, it is O'Brien. Batting for Florida. And Gausman's still out there. He's only thrown 64 pitches. Very efficient with those 64 as we're in the top of the 6th. And O'Brien now has a 1-1 count. He is the Marlins' number 8 batter. Here comes the 1-1. It is 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. That is strikeout number 5 for Gausman. That brings up the pitcher spot. Who will come up? We'll let you know as soon as they show the TV audience who's coming up to bat. It is a pitcher or is it a pinch hitter? Wait for it. And it is Herrera. So it's a pinch hitter. Herrera, 5 for 22 this year with a 2.27 average. One ball, one strike, 2.27. That's his batting average. Is anybody here old enough to remember the TV show called 227? And if you are old enough, do you even remember that that show existed? And here's the 1-1. It is high, 2-1. And it starred Florence, the maid from the Jeffersons. Everybody remembers the Jeffersons if they're old enough. So the maid from the Jeffersons ended up with her own show. It was called 227. That was the apartment number that she lived in Washington, D.C. And so Herrera with a 3-1 count against him. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It is popped up. Will it stay in play? It will not. It's 3-2. She was a smart mouth maid, very sassy and opinionated. And the 3-2 pitch swung on a missed, strike 3, number 6 for Gausman, and he is just rolling right along. Man, if we can just get this kind of performance every so often from a couple of our guys, we just might be okay. Just need to strengthen up that middle relief. And what's the latest on Craig Kimbrell? Has he signed with anybody yet? Why haven't we signed him yet? And so it's Granderson up there, 0 for 1 with a walk earlier. Here comes the 1-1 to Curtis Granderson. A little bit outside. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. And here's the 2-2. Did he go? No, it's 3-2. Nobody on, 2 out. Payoff pitch to Granderson. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's 6 on the night for Gausman. And so we're rolling right along. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. On a Friday night, it's 4-0. Braves on top. A-bomb coast to coast. Shall return. Back in. And there's some action in the box. Eddie Cruz, our second mod. Glad to see him on board tonight. Michael Stetson. This really is the game. Yes. I'm coming at you live from Metro Atlanta. It is 9 o'clock on a Friday night, Eastern Time here in Metro Atlanta. It is 6 o'clock on the West Coast. And we're in Metro Atlanta for the game. The stadium is no longer in Atlanta proper. It's in Marietta, Georgia. And that's where the Braves have a 4-0 lead tonight. Eddie Cruz, good to see you. Stetson, JXP, the Bone Crusher. We got the whole band back. And it's an 0-2 count on Ozzy, and that one bounces up there. Ronald Acuna and Tyler Flowers have both hit bombs for Atlanta tonight. It's a final from Chicago where the White Sox beat the Mariners. And hell of a shot from Albies, but Castro, the second baseman, climbed the ladder and snagged that line drive and robbed him of a base hit. Out number 1. You can call us Radio on Steroids. You can call us your second screen experience to complement the TV broadcast. And right now it is Flowers up there. He hit that solo home run last time up. He's 2 for 2 and has a fat .556 batting average. The Bone Crusher, John Wilson, our mod down there, he also brings us Radio on Steroids. If you want to go ahead and go to his channel and subscribe to that, I see that he is signed up to do the game tomorrow night. Braves and Marlins tomorrow night. So the 2-1 to Flowers is swung and a missed. That was some gas from the Marlins' new pitcher, Kinley, on in the 6th inning for the Marlins. And that one just hit Flowers. Take a base. Got him on the shoulder. And that was not some off-speed curveball coming up there. That looked like some heat. Okay, actually did not get him on the shoulder. Thankfully, it got him on that pad that a lot of players wear on their left hand when they're up there. For the right-handed batters, they wear the batting glove on their left hand that has a pad on it. It looks like it pretty much grabbed all of that and didn't really hurt him too bad. So Swanson up. Dansby is 0 for 1. And that is ball 1. Dansby, 333, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs on the young season. Swung and a missed. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch right through there. It's 1-2 on Dansby. Strike 3 called. Out number 2. Dansby disagrees. And he will go and grab some bench. So pitcher spot up right now. Let's see who comes up. And it is Gossman. He will stay in. He's been pitching one hell of a baseball game. So he bats here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. And he takes strike 1. He does not look comfortable up there. He looks very much like a pitcher. Awkward. Kind of an awkward stance. Didn't really look right. He did get a base hit his last time up. And this time, he fouls it off. It's an 0-2 count. And he looks like he's just ready to kind of just get out of there. and get back up on the mound. And that's exactly what we've got. Awkward swing and a miss for strike 3. That's the end of the 6th inning. We go to the 7th. It is still Braves 4, Marlins nothing. A-Bomb will be right back with you on a Friday night. We're back, and it is the Marlins' turn here in the top of the 7th. A-Bomb back with you, and thanks to you, the show is growing, getting bigger every day. I'm proud to announce that at last check, I am number 97 on the list of most influential live reaction sports guys on YouTube. And we're looking to improve that number. So we've got Jeff Francoeur and Chip Carey on the call from Atlanta. And they're showing off some of the new grub that you could get at SunTrust Park this year. And, you know, they're always trying to outdo whatever it was before. They've got some kind of 2-pound chicken tender thing. That has like all kinds of toppings, and it probably costs about $25. And I'm sure that it's all over Twitter right about now. Okay, so it is Anderson up to bat for Florida. We're on the top of the 7th. Gossman out there throwing a gem. He's got 81 pitches so far. There's pitch number 82. That one's a ball. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This one is lined into left field. Leadoff base hit for the Marlins to start off the top of the 7th. Any Marlins fans here? Are there any Marlins fans, period? Not just here, but anywhere. So, the Marlins' number 3 batter, Walker, is up there. 0 for 2 on the night. Pitch to him is driven into. So Starling Castro up for Miami. He's 0 for 2. Grounded out and popped out. And he's still batting .300 on the season even after that. Takes the ball. So in Pittsburgh, it's the Pirates up 1-0 on the Reds. That one's in the 8th inning. In Philadelphia, the Phillies are up on the Twins 6-4. Top of the 6th from Arizona, the Diamondbacks all over the Red Sox. It's 7-1 there. The Red Sox are only 2-6 on the season, by the way. It's a 1-1 count now to Castro. And meanwhile, in Cleveland, it's the Indians 2, the Blue Jays 2 in the 8th inning. It's Cubs and Brewers from Milwaukee. The Brew Crew up 6-0 there. Astros 1, Athletics nothing. White Sox, and by the way, that one is in the 4th. It's a final from Chicago. The White Sox beat the Mariners 10-8. It's also a final from Colorado. Dodgers 10, Rockies 6. In St. Louis, the Padres beat the Cardinals 5-3, and it was the Rays 5, the Giants 2. That's a final from San Francisco. So it's a 1-2 count on Castro. This one is hit softly up the middle. Steps on second for 1. On to first. Another double play for Gossman. That's his 3rd tonight by my count. And that takes care of the Marlins in the 7th inning. Way to go. This one is just moving right along. We go to the bottom of the 7th, and we stretch here in Atlanta. We'll be right back. We've got a new pitcher in the game for the Marlins. I'm going to see if I can pronounce his name. Steckenrider. Steckenrider can bring the heat. That one came up at 95, and it's NCRT up at the plate. as he leads off the bottom of the 7th, and he grounds one to second, and that's out number 1 on a check swing grounder. Four runs, 7 hits, no errors for Atlanta. 0-2-0 for Miami. And it's Steckenrider versus Mullet Man, Josh Donaldson. He has 2 strikeouts and a pop out, 0 for 3, and a 160 average on the young season. And here's the pitch to him. It's called strike 1. Steckenrider bringing the heat. And Drew Steckenrider went to Greater Atlanta Christian in Gwinnett County. That's where I am. So that's where he's from. That's kind of a privileged place. And there have been several athletes that have come out of that high school over the years. 1-1 pitch to Donaldson is driven deep to center on the warning track. It's caught, and that's out number 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Warning track power. So that brings up Freddie Freeman. And first pitch to Freddie swung on a missed. We're in the bottom of the 7th. I'm coming at you live from Metro Atlanta. This game is also in Metro Atlanta. Swung on a miss by Freddie. I'm in Gwinnett County. The Braves now play in Cobb County, and specifically the town of Marietta. And the 0-2 pitch is ball 1. Phillies increased their lead over the Twins. It is now 7-4, Philadelphia. In some interleague play early in the season. One-two pitch due to Freddie Freeman. Here it is. That one's foul. The Magic up 147 to 107. I got to check that score. Did I see that right? We promised you a Hawks update, and this one's kind of crazy. It is Orlando 147, Atlanta 109. There's still 49 seconds left in that game. And Orlando's up by, oh, we just had a score, and Orlando is now up 40 points. It's 149 to 109, and under a minute to go in Orlando at the Amway Center. And the 2-2 to Freddie Freeman. This one is popped up, and that one will be taken care of by the Marlins third baseman. So 7 innings in the books. Braves are still up 4-0. Good guys all the way tonight. We'll be back for more right after this. Welcome to the top of the 8th inning from Atlanta. It's Alfaro 0 for 2 on the night. It is a special TGIF version of the program. Glad to have you with us on this Friday night. And right now we're in the 8th inning. It's been all Braves so far, and Gausman has been kicking ass and taking names. Let's see if he's still out there. And he is not. So Biddle in relief now as we move into the 8th inning. And let's hope he can preserve this one. It's not a save situation at this point, but we want to do whatever we can to preserve the win for Gausman after how well he pitched tonight, only giving up 2 runs. I'm sorry, no runs and 2 hits over 6 innings. I'm sorry, through 7 innings. Wow, that's rare these days. Our starter, get this, our starter went 7 shutout innings and only gave up 2 runs. 2 hits, no runs. And the 1-2 pitch is swung and a missed. Alfaro is down on strikes. And strikeout number 1 for Biddle. Thanks for the Bone Crusher for hanging out with us and taking care of business in the box. He has been cracking necks and cashing checks. And now we have JT Riddle. It's Riddle versus Biddle, and Riddle goes to the warning track, and that's out number 2. So Biddle gets the best of Riddle. Okay, enough of that. I can only imagine what they're saying, like, for instance, on the radio broadcast. They're probably, like, cracking up about that and probably haven't shut up about that just yet. Over here, we've already moved on, and it's now time for the 7th place hitter, Brinson. 0 for 2, and he takes strike 1. Biddle deals to Brinson. A little bit inside, it's 1-1. One pitch is hit foul. It's 1-2. Only 2 walks for Gauss, and if you recall, that's how he started the game. He walked the first 2 batters of the game, got a double play, got out of the inning, and from there he was money. And here's the 1-2. Check swing, it's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Swan scorched over to third, throw to first, got him. Out number 3, the top of the 8th is over. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It's Braves 4, Marlins nothing. We shall return right after these important messages. I'm A-Bomb, and this is Coast to Coast. Bottom of the 8th, rolling around. This game is moving right along. This is the way we want it. This does not appear to be going, this is not going to be one of those 4-hour games. And so here's Acuna. He's 1 for 3 with a 2-run blast. And he takes strike 1, 99 miles an hour. Guerrero, the new pitcher in for the Marlins. He's already got 3 games under his belt. 0-0 with a 0.00 ERA. One pitch, a little bit inside, 97. And it's 2-1 on Acuna. Here comes the 2-1. Swung and a missed. 1-0-1 on the radar gun. So, Acuna ready for the 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out, and it is high at 100, and it's 3-2. This dude is bringing triple digits on the regular. Guerrero. Here's the 3-2. It is hit to third base, over to first, and that ground ball and the throw to first is in time. Out number 1. So Nick Markakis comes up. Markakis 0 for 3 after putting up that masterpiece last night. 5 for 5 on Thursday. And here comes the pitch to him. It is a little bit low. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Markakis. Swung on and missed. Here comes the 1-1. Fouled off. That one up there at 101. Braves and Marlins tomorrow night, same time, 7:20 Eastern. That one will be brought to you by the Bone Crusher, John Wilson. You see him as a mod down in our chat box. He will have the game for you tomorrow night, and it's possible that I may be there as well. We'll see how the technology works. We'll see how the schedule goes for us tomorrow. But we know one thing, and that is the Crusher will have all of that action for you tomorrow starting at 7:20 Eastern. Markakis down on strikes. That one up there at 102. There are 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. And then Sunday, that one is a day game. 1:20 Eastern is when the Sunday action gets underway for you. And here comes Ozzy Albies. with 2 outs, and he's 0 for 3. Swung and a missed. This Guerrero fellow brings it up there. I don't think he's had a pitch up there that was slower than 99. Comes the 0-1 pitch, a little bit high. So a 1-1 pitch with 2 outs to Ozzie. Swung on and missed. 1-2. So Guerrero kicks and fires. Here's the 1-2. It's inside. It's 2-2. Been a lot of fun tonight. Looks like the Braves are going to win this one. Thanks for everybody for being on board with us on a Friday, but we still have at least another half inning to go. And here's the 2-2 pitch. This one is fouled off at 101, and it's still 2-2. And so here we go. A 2-2 pitch due to Ozzie Albies. Here it is. High. 3-2. Here comes the payoff. It is ball 4. So 2 outs. Ozzie takes a base, and there is 1 on and 2 outs. And let's see who's coming up next. Good point. Yeah, Don Sutton, you know, he's almost kind of like Pat Summerall by this point in his career. You can tell he just doesn't give a damn. And Tyler Flowers flies out to center field. It's like the touchdown. Touchdown. Except flied out to center. That's Don Sutton. Don't give a damn anymore. And so that's the end of the Braves' 8th. We now go to the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Marlins. 9th inning coming up after this. All right, let's do this. Let's close this thing out. Vizcaíno in for the Braves to pitch the top of the ninth. And Peter O'Brien, the number 8th batter, steps in. He's 0 for 2, and he takes ball 1. And so Vizcaíno ready for the 1-0 pitch. Here it is. It's fouled away. It's 1-1. This portion of the game brought to you by Gorilla Glue. And that is ball 2. It's 2-1. So a 2-1 pitch. Here it is. It is fouled. And it's 2-2. And we now are ready for a 2-2 pitch. And here comes the 2-2. It is inside, ball 3. And so there's a walk. Not a good start for the Braves in the 9th. All right, and so nobody on, 1 out. I'm sorry, 1 on, nobody out. Good to see everybody on board. Had a lively audience tonight. Really appreciate that. And Martin Prado, our old buddy, up to bat. Martin Prado spent several years with the Braves. Played multiple positions, had a great attitude, great clubhouse guy, great teammate, and now he's with the Marlins. And he's had problems staying on the field last couple of years, what with his injuries and so forth. Was that a fair ball? And it was. Holy cow. Okay. So Martin Prado hits a double. There are now runners on second and third with nobody out. We got a ball game, folks. Vizcaíno in some deep doo-doo. And let's see what happens here with runners on second and third. Nobody out. And top of the order now up for the Marlins. Curtis Granderson steps in the box. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Pitch to Granderson. Little bit outside. It's 1-0. Okay, so here we go. 1-0 pitch. Due to Granderson, here it is. Finally, we've got a called strike at 96 miles an hour. It's 1-1. All right, so there's the 1-1 pitch. It is now 2-1. Come on. Come on now. It's been such a great game. It's been such a fabulous pitching performance by the Braves tonight. Let's not ruin it here. And now we have double barrel action in the Braves bullpen. The 2-1 pitch. Strike two. All right, 2-2 pitch due to Curtis Granderson. And here's the 2-2. It is inside. It's 3-2. Good eye from Granderson. And so with nobody out and runners on second and third, here comes a 3-2 pitch to Granderson. Swung on a miss. Strike three. Tried to check his swing. Could not do it. 1 out. That's huge. Never a dull moment. And so with 1 out and runners on second and third, here is Brian Anderson. Walk and a single today. He's 1 for 2 and carries a 200 batting average. Fouled away. That's strike one. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch to Anderson. That's inside. It's 1-1. All right. Let's do this. Let's finish this game. Let's finish the drill. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It is swung on a missed. 1-2. That one was in the dirt. Nice. Pretty much a split finger fastball there that dropped off the table. A 1-2 pitch is due to Anderson. Here it is. Swung on and missed. Off speed. Pulled the string. And there are now 2 outs and runners on second and third. 1 out to go, and the Braves will win 4 in a row. Neil Walker, 176 on the year, 1 home run, 1 RBI. He is 0 for 3 tonight. He is up there with runners on second and third and 2 out. Swung on and missed. Strike one. Vizcaino kicks and fires. It's low. It's ball one. It's 1-1. Vizcaino shakes off the first pitch. He's ready to go. Here's the 1-1. It's outside. It's 2-1. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's do this. So a 2-1 pitch. 2 outs in the ninth was runners on second and third. That one's outside. Good job just keeping that from going to the backstop. Tyler Flowers, good play. It is now 3-1. Braves bullpen still active and will be called upon soon, surely, if Vizcaino cannot get the job done here. So here it is, 3-1, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Called strike 2. Little bit generous from the ump. That one looked low on the strike zone box. We will take that. Fans in Atlanta are now up on their feet with the 3-2 count. Here we go. 3-2 pitch. 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Here it is. Fouled away. We'll do it again. And we're ready to do this. 3-2. Here it is. That is ball 4. Bases are loaded. 2 outs. And a grand slam would tie up this ball game. And let's see what happens here. Let's see if Vizcaino stays in the game, or do we have a pitching change? And it looks like we are going to keep it right here with Vizcaino with only a visit from the catcher. And now the pitching coach, Kranitz, jogs out there. So now we've got a full-on conference. All right, so Vizcaino will stay out there. And Starlin Castro, the Marlins batter. He has 2 home runs already on the season. But tonight he's 0 for 3. And we're ready to go with the bases loaded and 2 out. First pitch is strike 1, called. Castro has 1 grand slam in his career. And so here's the 0-1 pitch. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's that pitch. It is hit hard and deep, but it's caught on the warning track from Acuna. Acuna catches it on the warning track, and that is out number 3. Braves win. It's 4-0. Atlanta 4, Miami nothing. And Michaela Bowman, yes, we got this out. We got this out, and we got this game 4-0. Braves, that is your final score. What a game it was. So, thank you for being with us tonight. One hell of a game. It was Atlanta 4. It was the Miami Marlins nothing. And that's one hell of a shutout. So thanks for everybody on board with us. Michaela, thanks for stopping in. JXP, Eddie Cruz, our number 2 mod, thanks for being here. Michael Stetson, Julian Kate, Seth the Boy, 267, Andrew Fannin, Mick, and everybody else that I missed. So thank you so much. Tomorrow night, 7:20 Eastern, John Wilson, the Bone Crusher, will have this one for you on his channel. Make sure to go over there and get subscribed to his YouTube channel. All right. So thanks, guys. I'm going to see you next time, whenever that is. And in the meantime, A-Bomb is out. And good night now. Like and subscribe on your way out, and we'll see you next time on Coast to Coast.